Welcome to Tiny Rails, the fun, casual little train-based game where you sort of control a train, or you tell a train where to go around various places in the world, with passengers, cargo, and a gumball machine. Not something you see normally in a train game, and a whole different set of carriages you could use, or cars, some of which look quite weird and generally are great fun. Okay, where I left it last time, I was in Alaska. I think I was going to Eek, Alaska. And theoretically, when this game starts, I should be pulling into Eek, Alaska. Strange enough, I am. And I've completed some jobs. At least 3 of them by the looks of it. For travelling long distances. Okay, that's all the jobs I think I've completed. I'll switch over to the Alaska map, and I've now made a stop at Eek, Alaska. Alaska Chapter 1 complete. Great news, crew! The transatlantic tunnel is almost finished. Let's head back. Yes. My guys are, Okay, what have I got an exclamation point for? Oh, okay, I've opened a new map. European chapter, I'm meant to make a stop now at Toronto, Ontario. But before I do that, I need more jobs. I will accept the one for USA West, because I'm going to be passing through the USA West. I will accept the one to balance books. And I'll accept one to go 621 miles. Right, so that's finished Alaska. Of course, I also have now got enough experience to level up Sophia, my mechanic, to... It's going to cost me 25,000 gold, but it will increase my speed by 2% rather than 1%. Not a very big jump in speed, I know, but it all adds up. So, at Eek, Alaska, they want their coffee beans. I've got plenty of space in my cargo, so I'll just buy everything that's there. And now it's time to leave Alaska by whichever route is quickest. So I will just set my waypoint to whatever this is, Yakutat, and I will head down the west coast of the United States because I now have a depot over here, so all the goods that were available in the USA East depot, which is the first depot you get, are now available to me here. So it's entirely possible that I can use some of them to fulfill the resource requirements of some of the stations in the USA West. Maybe not, but if nothing else I can dump all my current cargo in there as well. So off we go. And it'd be nice to get out of Alaska so I can get this thing off the front of my train, the snow thing, and there's some nice free cargo that drops out of that plane. I have 75,000 in gold from all the work I've been doing in Alaska, which means I can do some upgrades. First one I'll do is update the maximum weight, I'll update the maximum cargo, and then I'll update the maximum amount of passengers I can carry. Ouch. I've got an itch on my nose. Now... Oh, sorry, wrong thing. Oh, I've got a snowman in the way. It's the first one I've ever actually seen in any of the games of this I've played. It's the first snowman I've actually seen. Currently doing 170 miles an hour. What I wanted to do, if I can remember where it is, there it is. Right, I need to make a stop at Toronto, Ontario for the European story progress. The transatlantic tunnel is open for business. Prepare for your trip across the ocean and establish trade connections in Europe West. Expect to encounter some unlikely allies. That's the story as it's going to progress. Should have a load of money coming in from some of the mileage I'm doing. Just thinking I'm a carriage short because I accidentally deleted a carriage not too long ago. Just wondering which carriage I should put on. I want a money-making carriage more than anything. At this point, what's this one? The swimming pool. Well, it makes money. We'll have a swimming pool attached to my train. An open-air swimming pool as we go through Alaska. I'm sure that will be very popular. Apparently it's open, it's currently closed, but it's open from 6 o'clock at night to 3600. Slight bug there in that one. I don't know what 3600 is meant to be, but they're only 24 hours in a day. So I'll see when that one opens and closes. Here we are back at Naknek. It wants beans, I don't have any. I have space for plenty of cargo, so I'll just take it all. Like I say, if I don't need it now, it will be useful at some point for sitting in a depot until I need it. As I'm on my way to Red Devil. Like the train needs cleaning. I'll complete another job. Another one for travelling 621 miles. I'll accept that job because I've got quite a distance to go. So I'd rather have mileage jobs right now until I get closer to an area of civilization where the stations are closer together. What I was going to do, apart from check the caboose, which has got almost 15,000 in gold in it. These have still got a long way to go to be upgraded. That is max level, as is that one. That one's got a heck of a long way to go. And that one's 2/5 of the way there to its next level. That one's half. No, it's not even half. That's got a long way to go. A really long way to go. I don't know what I thought I was reading there. As is that one. As is that one. Well, that one's halfway there. The ladybug car. That one's got a heck of a long way to go. As is that one and that one. I will take gold out of that. The swimming pool has 2,500 experience it needs to get to its next level. And we'll see what job I completed. Oh, another one. Travelling 621 miles. I'll accept the job that says travel 3,000 miles. Until I get out of Alaska and the distances shrink between stations, I'd rather take jobs that require you to do large sections of mileage, just because the reward will happen more frequently. As I arrive at good old Red Devil, let's check what the market's got. It wants something I have none of. There isn't that much there, so I'll just take it all. And go straight on to Anchorage, Alaska, which is 442 miles down the road, down the track. If I check my staff, Sophia's just gone up a level to level 2. Lance has got quite a way to go. And Hank is almost at his first level, which he will increase the amount of free stuff I get from obstacles on the track. Collect some more money. Completing a job. Another couple of jobs are going to complete pretty soon. And I'll accept that job. And I've got a ways to go. Let's have a speed boost. Not sure why someone would go into the swimming pool. And I'm curious exactly how long it stays open for, because it doesn't open until 6 o'clock at night. And I want to know when it closes. There's 2 more jobs completed. Earned me another 10,000 gold. I'll accept that job. And that job. Another speed boost, as it's almost time for dawn to break. Thankfully, when I get out of Alaska, I can get this thing off the front of my train that clears snow. My train can go back to looking relatively normal. Yes, okay, it's come off by itself because I must be far enough south for it not to matter. Ah, good. Daylight's arriving. Looks like I don't need this service anymore that clears the snow from the tracks. So that saves me 15 gold every hour. No, it doesn't. The snow's back. It's just a temporary respite from the snow. Oh, I'll put it back on when I get out of anchorage. It just looks ugly on the front of my train. The only reason I don't like it is no other reason than the fact it looks ugly. Okay, I'll buy as much of the tuna as I can currently take. I don't have any watermelons to give back. There we go, put the snow remover back on the front of my train. Hopefully the snow will disappear pretty soon. And that's on my way to Yakutat. Who comes up with these names? It's original. I normally complain because there's a lot of American names that are based on European names. As in New York is based on York, Boston, there's a British Boston, Paris, Texas, there's a Paris in France. When people refer to Paris, they normally mean the one in France. And there's a lot of European names because the original European settlers took names of places they came from. But I just find it entirely unoriginal and uninspiring. Whereas Yakutat is certainly not something that came from Europe. So I like names which are original for places. We don't have in Europe a Nashville, for example. I think that's perfectly fine that Americans name their towns anything they like, as long as it's not copying from somewhere else. Train cleaned and repaired. Time for a speed boost. Complete another job. Allows me to get some more experience for Sophia. And we'll accept that job. Which is, again, travel a distance and get some money for it. Once I get back into the USA West, looks like I complete another job. I will concentrate less on mileage jobs and more on jobs for Lance, for example. But until I get out of the USA, until I get to the USA West, I'm still going to concentrate on mileage jobs because they are the easiest to complete. And here's another one. No, not that one. That one. 45,000 plus whatever money's in the caboose. Just 3,000. Midday, that opened, oh, that's currently open. That opens at midday. Let's have a speed boost. Up to 212 miles an hour now. I've got a speed boost. Speeding away. Getting closer to good old Yakutat. I may be pronouncing it entirely incorrectly, but that's how it reads to me. I don't know how Americans actually pronounce the name of this town, but Yakutat seems reasonable. Okay, it would like oranges by way of goods. I don't have any oranges. Nothing I can really... Oh, I can sell some tuna for a minor profit. Or some ice... I'm going to sell the ice cream. Because that way I can get the microprocessors. I'll take the Arctic route just because it's cheap. And where am I going now? No, I don't want to go that way. I want to go this way. I want to go head down to Vancouver. So I'm going through good old Juneau. Juneau? No, that's how it's pronounced. It's Juneau, isn't it? And the snow's disappeared again. But now, I'm going to turn off the snow clearing service. Complete another job. More money. And I'll go with the mileage one still, because I've still got a way to go before I get back into the good old USA West. Whilst Alaska is good for earning a lot of money by doing all the mileage jobs, it's not the most thrilling place to go in this game. So I'm kind of glad to be leaving Alaska. I will now accept the collect cargo job for Hank. So I'm almost out of Alaska. Still got a way to go from Juneau to Vancouver. I think that's where I'm going next. For a while, do another bit of cleaning and repairs, and then have a speed boost. Oh, complete another job. The nice thing about mileage jobs, they do complete relatively easy, or relatively easily. Don't really like any of those jobs right now. I'll take another mileage job. And as time is marching on, once I come out of the other side of Juneau, I will do my usual, see if I can get a couple of new cars that I haven't seen before out of the gumball machine. I don't know whether it'll work or not, but essentially I will use the gumball machine to get a new rare car and a new standard car, and hopefully they're original, but if not, c'est la vie, I have lots of duplicates already. But I do like each episode to try and get a couple of new cars. Just adds to my enjoyment of the game. Game wants me to head to Toronto, which is in the Canadian East section, because it wants me to go to Europe, but it's going to take a little while for me to get there. Okay, this wants apples. I have no apples. I will take the cabbage because it is cheap. That was possibly a mistake. I should have checked first. Alright, I'll sell the pollock and I'll buy the microprocessors. Off we go to Vancouver, which is 900 odd miles away. Let's make this little plane do barrel rolls across the screen. Oh, the snow's back again. Turn on the snow removal so I can get some speed going. Complete another job. Collect some more money. Means I can have. I will take the travel. No, I'll take the travel to 10 cities for now. Okay. So what I was going to do now was, I wanted to select my next destination after Vancouver, which I'm going down the west coast to Sacramento right now. I wanted to go to the gumball machine and see what rare car I can get. Oh, I got a ladybug car. I've already got one of those. It's currently on the train. Okay, non-rare car. Can I get a new one of those? Yes, behemoth passenger car. I've already got a behemoth car of some type, but okay. My swimming pool is currently open. I have 47,000 currently to spare, which means I might as well up the max speed of the train just to make it a little bit faster. Give it a speed boost. Just curious when this swimming pool is going to close. If it's going to close at midnight or in the early hours of the morning. Okay, the snow's gone again. Means I can now turn off that service. Back into wonderful rocky areas, but no snow. Speed boost my way to Vancouver. There's still quite a distance to go. Swimming pool is still open. There's an obstacle. I can't see it. It must be somewhere around there, however. It's kind of weird when you get stopped by an obstacle you can't see. It's time for some more cleaning and maintenance. Be nice to get out of these rocks. So I keep losing sight of my train. Yep, so this place obviously stays open past 2200. I'm just curious if it shuts at midnight or not. Speed all the way up to 217 miles an hour. Fastest my train has gone so far. Should get me to Vancouver before midnight. Vancouver. Okay, market-wise, it wants microchips. I've been buying microchips for a while, so what the heck? It will give it the microchips it wants. I know Parkers are expensive, but they are actually useful. I can sell quite a lot for a profit here. Quite a lot for a profit. However, I'm going to keep everything. I know there's profit to be made. Okay. Coming up on midnight. I'm keeping my cursor on the swimming pool just to find out if it closes at midnight. Yes. It closes at midnight. 3600 is meant to be midnight as far as the game is concerned. So, coming into Seattle, Washington. Completed a job. Cheers. Oh, served 25 passengers in USA West. So the first station in USA West completed that job. And I will now get the collect cargo from instruction jobs for Hank. It's there. And I thought Seattle wanted Parkers, which is one of the reasons I bought them. Okay, I'll buy everything I can afford. I can fit on my train. I will, however, I'm going to sell the tuna, mainly because I want the copper. I think the chicken is probably more useful in this part of the world. Oh, and the iron, lemon, oranges. Basically, I want everything but the door sensors. However, having said that, I'll now take the door sensors because I can fit them on. Okay, I've now gone on longer than I was planning. Go to Olympia. What does Portland want? Oh, okay, poutine, and I'm going to stop at Sacramento anyway. So once I leave Olympia, I'm going to end the episode. It wants apples. It does, however, have copper, which is always useful. It has microprocessors. Alright, we'll sell you the cabbages. I always try and take... I don't really want those. I'll take the oranges. I always try and buy microprocessors, copper, iron and steel whenever it's available. Because it's used in the a load of it's used in the factories and microprocessors are in demand all over the Western USA West area. Alright, well, as we're off to Portland, that's where I'm going to end the episode. Back in the good old USA mainland, the contiguous, was it 48 states? 49? No, 48. I guess Hawaii and Alaska are the ones that are not contiguous. As always, I hope you enjoyed. It was nice to finish up Alaska, and next episode is going to be a trek through the US, or the USA. Then, depending how far I get on that trek, will depend whether or not the subsequent episode is me heading to Europe. Hopefully I will see you down the track for those episodes. Cheerio!